Hey guys, welcome to Girl Mob. I'm so excited to teach you this class. In the Girl Mob group me, you have been asking me how to brand, and I wanted to give you guys a 15-minute branding crash course so you can know what separates Starbucks from the regular QT gas station coffee that you can get for $1, whereas when you go to Starbucks, you're paying $5. Whereas when you buy toilet paper, you can get the Walmart brand for $1, and you have to get Charmin or whatever your favorite toilet paper company is, you have to get it for $6 or $7. This is all about branding. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys to go over the slides to make sure you are abiding by all of the rules in the class. All right. Please make sure you have a notebook, pen, ready to take all of these notes. So this is the 15-minute branding, the crash course. So this is just a crash course. Of course, it's so much more in-depth information about branding and marketing, but this is a crash course. Please do not record. Make sure you have a pen and notebook. Feel free to ask questions, spark convo in the Girl Mob group me after viewing this course. And don't forget to apply the knowledge. Don't just get the information and just leave it in your head. No, make sure you are applying the knowledge. Okay, so here are some of my favorite tips when it comes to branding. These are things that I think a lot of people, when it comes to Instagram, forget, and they just post their products, and they forget about these things. So the first thing is apply the creative. So how much more creative can you get with your brand? Is it, okay, going to buy a piece of marble from Home Depot and laying the flats on the marble? Or is it going to hire a model and making sure you get a videographer and a photographer to make your visuals enhanced to really show your brand aesthetic? How can you apply the creatives? The next thing is becoming a bit personable. A lot of times online, we're not personable at all. We are just selling a product. We're so selly that we forget about the customer service. We forget about the actual customer engagement and how you make the customer feel when they are interested in buying your product. So become a little bit more personable. Maybe it's going live. Maybe it's showing your personality in the captions. Maybe it's going out and meeting people and setting up events. Become a little bit more personable. The next thing is customize for your customer. So maybe if you offer a boutique and there's a customer that shops with you very often and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a birthday dress. Instead of you just saying, oh, what we have on the site is what we have, and you know that they shop with you very often, that would be a great time to say, oh, what are you looking for? Maybe I can customize something for you. Maybe I can order something for you. Or maybe for that particular customer, if you know it's her birthday, you can order packaging in her favorite color, or you can include a thank you note in the packaging that says, happy birthday, I wanted to give you a free pair of earrings for your birthday, you shop with me all the time. How can you customize for your customer to make your brand stick out? Because if you make her feel special on that day, every other special day of her life, she's going to come to you. Or she's going to remember next year when I'm getting ready for my birthday, this brand or this boutique made me feel very, very special. This person, this whatever, made me feel special. And that's why I want to come back to them and shop with them again and again. The next thing is understand the branding itself. What does it look like? You guys, it's free to start an Instagram page. You can find stock photos, a million all over the Google. But what does your branding look like? If you go to McDonald's Instagram, for example, you will never find a blue and yellow flyer on McDonald's Instagram. You will always find the same branding colors on McDonald's Instagram because it's a part of their brand aesthetic. So what does your brand look like? How does it resonate to that brand's audience? Since I mentioned McDonald's, I'm going to show you guys what McDonald's Instagram page looks like. So look at McDonald's Instagram. There is a very, very professional Instagram. They've done photo shoots for their products. So you think, oh, I have a restaurant, I just want to showcase my food. But look at McDonald's. They have a restaurant and they have done professional photos for their sandwich, for their sauces, for their frappuccinos. They have influencers that are liking the photos. Like, look at McDonald's Instagram page. It's so lit. This photo has 32,000 likes on it. So that means that that's how much McDonald's has tapped into branding themselves. That's how much they have infused their brand. Look, even the background photos has the logo. Even the color of the sauces show their branding colors. You never see their branding off. You don't see any pink. You don't see any purple. You don't see any green, any yellow. It's a part of their brand aesthetic, and they're doing it very well. As I'm sure they have tons of tag photos also of people all around the world posting with their McDonald's, because it is a brand, and that's the aesthetic of the brand. It's never off. You've never went to another country and seen a pink and green McDonald's. Like, it's not off. So you have to think about those things, and how it works for your brand. What is your brand aesthetic? What is understanding your brand? That's what you have to understand. Before you do any of this, before you post on Instagram, before you develop a website, before you do any of those things, you have to figure out, what does your branding look like? The next thing is to attach the emotion surrounding your product. So in the interview that I just did with Alex Wolf, I mentioned someone selling an iPhone. I could simply sell you an iPhone by saying, hey, I'm selling my iPhone. It's $199. It comes with a camera. It comes with an iPhone case, and it has a charger. That did not reach you on an emotional level at all. So what I would need to do to reach you on an emotional level is say, hey, when is the last time you spoke with your grandmother? The customer is going to reply, hey, I haven't been able to speak with my grandmother. I love her so much, but I haven't had a phone. And I'm going to then reply, well, if you buy this iPhone, it gives you the ability to speak with your grandmother every single day. You're able to take pictures of yourself and send them to your grandmother every day. You're also able to download apps to locate your grandmother if she also has an iPhone. And there's different platforms where you could connect with your grandmother, not only your grandmother, but your family and people all over the world. And if you are a travel blogger, instead of me saying, hey, this iPhone can travel with you all over the world, I'm going to say, oh, you're a travel blogger. Not only does this iPhone have the capabilities to travel with you everywhere you go, but you also can have apps on this phone that will enhance your blogger experience or your viewer experience. You can edit photos, you can edit videos all on your iPhone. That sales pitch is going to make you want to buy the iPhone much more than telling the features of the product. So most things that we are buying and spending tons of money on nowadays is how it feels to us. That's the only reason why we are spending our money in Louis Vuitton, not because the leather is better, because it smells better, because it looks better. It's none of that. It's because when you walk in there and you make that purchase and you see people and people see you with this item, it feels good. It feels like, woo, okay. Like, I see she's doing it. It feels like success. It feels like I'm fashionable. It feels good to you. That's the only reason that we are able to make these purchases. And those purchases are what make you walk into a store and spend thousands of dollars on an item because it feels good to you. There's never been a car that you have bought that you spent thousands of dollars on that did not feel good when you sat in it. You would never spend your money on it. So you have to look at it in that way. And so how to make your brand feel good to the customer that is purchasing for you. Provide the hype. You guys need to provide the hype around your brand. A lot of you guys post one time and get over it and like, oh, I'm done. Or you're out passing out flyers and one person says, no, I'm okay. And then you get distracted and you get discouraged and you're like, oh, no, you guys have to provide the hype. Promote it, hype it up, make it feel good to someone. Talk about it, wear your product, scream it to the mountains. Whatever you need to do, you need to be your own hype woman. You need to be your own hype man on stage. Wherever you are, you need to be talking about how great and how valuable your product is. The next thing is create limited supply. Of course, you guys know that within the last couple of months, I made, or the brand, I should say, has made hundreds and thousands of dollars with B. Simone and her one 24-hour t-shirt. We promote for weeks and weeks prior, and we market. We have different marketing strategies that we apply. And for 24 hours, we literally sell one t-shirt design, and she's made thousands of dollars off of doing it, because in the mind of the consumer is, I need it before everyone else gets it or it's sold out. So when you create that mindset around your brand, then more than likely you will sell much more than saying, oh, I've had this dress 3 months, it's going on sale, or oh, hey guys, I have 10 left. No, you want to make it, create a limited supply. The next thing is make it prestigious. What separates me from the rest? Like, oh, my t-shirt, when I started Cupcake Mafia, it came with a Cupcake Mafia scent. So when you open the package, not only are you just getting not a regular t-shirt, because you're getting a statement that is probably the statement that you've been wanting to say for 10 years now, but now it's on a visual clothing garment. But also it smells like cupcakes. Oh, when you wear it, people are asking you, oh, how do you smell like that? Oh, where did you get that t-shirt from? So you want to make it prestigious. You don't want to say, oh, guys, I'm selling the same stuff as Fashion Nova. Guys, I'm doing this, or oh, guys, I'm doing this. How can you make it prestigious? How can you make someone feel like they're VIP? When people come into my store and they start to spend a certain amount, I give them a bottle of water. I give them a free cupcake. I give them earrings for free. If I see they're buying a dress that is expensive and they need like tape to make it stay in place, I give them the tape for free. These are things that don't cost me much at all to do, but I make them feel prestigious. So how can you make your brand feel prestigious? You can market anything. Guys, you can market anything, and I'm going to show you and talk to you guys about that with the Pet Rocks business. I know a lot of you may have not heard about it, but I'm going to talk to you about that. You have to be intentional from the start. When you are intentional from the start, it actually shows, it will show in your growth over time. You cannot start and just throw anything out there, and once it gets out there to the world, you guys know that there are videos that have been recorded and that have went viral, and people were like, oh my God, I didn't want that to go viral. Oh, I was just posting it on my own page. Once it is out to the world, you have no control over how it's going to be seen or perceived. So you can market anything, but you have to be intentional from the start in order to get the results that you want. If there is a problem in the marketplace, you have to answer a problem. What Cupcake Mafia served was not just a t-shirt that had words on it, but it was a streetwear t-shirt line that catered to females wanting to voice their opinion. So maybe you don't want to necessarily say, if he ain't breaking bread, leave him on red. Maybe you don't necessarily want to say that, but you're willing to express it on a piece of clothing. So that's the problem that is solved. The next problem that is solved is 20% of our proceeds went to breast cancer. So 20% of our proceeds went to breast cancer. We solved a problem. Not only were we creating an amazing clothing brand, not only were we solving the girls' problems of, oh, I want to be expressive in my clothing, but I don't have clothing. I can't find a brand that helps me express myself. But we solved a problem as in helping people have breast cancer fight back or get their lives back or, feel rejuvenated about living, things like that. So another thing is supply and demand. What is the supply and what is the demand? Have you considered the supply and the demand? Are you creating a business that has so many followers or so many boutiques out there, and you're just doing the exact same thing that you see that other people do? Is there any way to create it? Is there any way to renovate? Is there any way to revamp your business? Is there any way to do that? What is the supply and demand? Write down whatever business model that you are planning on starting. Write down how many boutiques or businesses you know that are similar to that. Write down how many people you know need this product. And what is the demand for that product right now? The last thing is, have you considered the 5 senses technique, which we will definitely talk about? Have you considered the 5 senses technique? So I'm going to give you some time to write all of those things down. I know you guys are like, ooh, she's moving really, really fast. So we are going to discuss 5 businesses that I think are amazing and that have changed the game, that are very, very pivotal in, like, these companies have changed the game, and this is what takes you from, okay, I'm selling a t-shirt, to now I have the ability to sell $1,000 t-shirt. Now I have the ability to scale my business. Now I'm known all over the world. This is what takes you from that to that. And so what we're going to talk about, these 5 companies, I'm going to talk about Starbucks is one of the companies. I'm going to talk about Pet Rocks. Have you guys ever heard of Pet Rocks? I'm also going to talk about Supreme. I'm going to talk about my brand, Cupcake Mafia, and I'm also going to talk about Vitality Air. I know you guys have seen this wave or what people are talking about this. So you guys, again, are tuned into Girl Mob. I'm so excited to give you this 15-minute branding crash course. So let's talk about it. Let's start off with Pet Rock. First of all, what you can learn from this is you can literally market anything. You can literally market anything. You just have to be intentional. Pet Rock was literally a rock company, like a company that sold rock. Gary Dahl marketed his Pet Rocks as the perfect household pet. He boasted that you never needed to be fed. They were always calm and quiet. You didn't need to water. You didn't need to walk them. And they didn't require any cleaning after or doing any special attention. Dahl sold each pet rock, literally a rock, for $3.95, profiting $3 off of each one. Within the first 6 months, Dahl had already sold 5 million rocks. This guy sold 5 million rocks, making almost $20,000 selling rocks in 6 months. And you're telling me that your business can't grow? You're telling me that you can't profit? You're telling me that you can't do this, you can't do that? This guy, Gary Dahl, sold $20,000 in 6 months off of rocks. You can literally go get a rock outside, but it's marketing. It's the way that it was boxed. It was the way that it was packaged. It came with grass. Oh, this is going to be cool for my son. This is going to be cool for my nephew. This is going to be cool for this person. This is going to be cool for that person. This person made $20,000 off of selling rocks, and you can't sell and you have the best boutique in Florida. You have the best hairline in Chicago. You have the best this. You have the best that, but you can't figure out how to sell it. It's because your marketing is terrible. This guy sold $20,000 in 6 months selling rocks, and you have the best product out here right now. And it's the only reason you're struggling is because you have not learned to market. You can market anything. I can sell you anything. Someone can sell you anything. People are selling us anything. The bra with the sticky tape on it, with the string that you pull it together. How much millions of dollars did they make from that bra? Only because you've seen it on every influencer, big boobs, small boobs, no boobs. You've seen it on them. And half the time it didn't work in their videos. And you guys were just still buying it. Oh, maybe I need this bra with the sticky tape. You push it in the middle, you pull it down in the middle. Like, it's all because of marketing. Half of you guys bought that flat tummy tea and they lost no weight because of marketing. You need to understand that if someone is marketing to you and you have a brand, how can you position your brand to market to them or to market to others? This guy made $20,000 selling rocks. $20,000. Okay, so now let's talk about why Starbucks is so successful. Starbucks is so successful. Why do you guys think Starbucks is so successful? Is it because they're on every corner? Is it because their coffee is the best? Is it because you get a green cup with your name on it? Like, why? What makes you walk into Starbucks? I don't drink coffee, but what makes you walk into Starbucks and spend $6 or $5 on a cup of coffee when you can buy a machine, a Keurig, and make it in your home for 90 cents? Or you could walk in the gas station, QT or Shell or whatever, BP gas station, and get a cup of coffee for $1. What makes you walk into Starbucks? What makes you? It's because of the way that it makes you feel when you hold the green lady in front of you. When you are holding her in your hand, you feel a certain way. Oh, this coffee is amazing. Oh, I feel rich. Oh, I feel motivated. Oh, I feel this way. It's because they have learned to tap into your feelings. Young Hustler says, why Starbucks is so successful? By writing down the name on their cups and calling the customers by their first name, they break the barrier that separates friends from strangers. Because if you're walking in the mall and someone says, hey girl, you don't know them, you don't know what your reaction will be. But if someone walks in the mall and calls you by your name, more than likely you're not gonna be like, what? Oh my God. You're gonna be like, oh, hey, how do you know me? Oh, tell me, whatever. It's all because it separates friends from strangers. This is how you make people come back to buy from you. Do you know your top customer's name? Do you have their number? Do you have their email address? Do you have the information that is needed? Because you are only, like Alex said, renting the platform. So if Instagram dissolves tomorrow, would you have access to the 2 million followers that you say you have? Or will you be back on a new platform called Facebook, and now you have to rebuild that audience? But if you captivated that audience with text or email and you sent them all, say, hey guys, I'm no longer on Instagram, I'm over here now, you would get that audience back in a quick snap, a quick second. How many people have you seen posting pictures of their Starbucks cups? So not only do you see that, that's marketing. Oh, I put Beyonce on my cup. So when I walked into Starbucks, they called me Beyonce today. So now 50 other girls are going to walk into Starbucks and do that. It's all marketing. The power of Starbucks, they have the ABC technique. They apply the creatives. They become a bit personable. They get a bit personable, and they customize for their customer. You can come in there and you can say, oh, a little bit of sugar. Oh, a little bit of milk. Oh, one splash of this. Oh, one splash of that. That's why Starbucks is so successful. You guys need to start thinking like these big companies, like Pet Rocks did, and was able to sell $20,000 worth of merchandise of a rock that cost them 90 cents to people all over the world in 6 months. You need to think like Starbucks. That is not like, oh, I'm just going to open up a coffee shop, because there's coffee shops everywhere that aren't Starbucks. There are coffee shops everywhere that aren't Starbucks. There are hoodies every single place that's not Supreme. Let's talk about what Supreme did. Supreme, the branding itself, what does it look like? The emotions surrounding your product and how people feel. How do people feel about things? The hype, how did you market it? Influencers, limited supply. Supreme always offers limited supply. Don't you think that they are happy making their products in China? They can make masses if they wanted to, but the fact that they're gonna have a long line around the corner from 3 days prior is what's gonna make people stand into that line. It was exclusive, it was 24 hours, it was limited, it was such a small supply. Also, what separates me from the rest? That's all of the things that Supreme is doing to take your brand, to take its brand to the next level. That's everything that Supreme is doing. Not that they have the best quality cotton ever. Oh my God, when I get this sweater, I feel so skinny, I feel small. The only thing about when you get a Supreme shirt is you feel cooler. You feel like, oh, ain't nobody got this. I got it. I waited in line. Oh, I'm connecting with other Supreme gurus, or oh, Supreme junkies, or whatever. Like, Supreme does not sell products. Supreme sells feelings. How is it that you would pay $500 to $10,000 for a simple hoodie that you could get $50 somewhere else? How is it that you will wait in 3-hour lines and you can get it, a hoodie from a red hoodie from Walmart? It might not say Supreme, it might say Suggest or something like that, but it's the same red hoodie. Why is it that you would pay $500 to $10,000 for it? It's because they sold you a feeling. They sold you a feeling of being cool. They sold you a feeling of being in. They sold you a feeling of being exclusive. It's all about the branding, the emotions, the hype, the lifestyle, the limited supply, prestige. All of that is what costs $10,000. The hoodie cost them $2.77 to make in China. What cost $10,000 was the branding, the emotions, the hype, the lifestyle, the limited supply. That's what cost them $10,000. The product is secondary. People will think I'm rich. People think I'm the cool kid in class. They will think I'm successful. They'll think I'll get more attention. All of those things equate to the price. All of those things equate to why luxury brands are lasting for years and years and years. You spend $8,000 on the Chanel, you feel, oh, I feel good about this. Oh, I feel, okay, this means something. Oh, this feels good to me. Oh, I really like the brand. Oh, I really like the brand aesthetic. Not the fact that the leather was better. Not the fact that the material or the quality or Chanel wrote you a letter herself. Not because of any of that. It's because of what you just bought in, which is the branding, emotions, hype, lifestyle, limited supply, and prestige. Does any of your brand have that? If your brand does not have those aesthetics, you will always keep posting and posting and doing a sale and doing a sale and doing this and doing that. You will always do those things if you do not have those aesthetics. You don't need to spend $10,000 because of the product quality. You buy it so people look at you differently. You can feel good about yourself. You buy it for your self-confidence, or if you lack character, that's what people are buying these things for. But some people are just buying into the brand because of the feelings and the emotion about the brand. So you guys need to take a scoop into Supreme and really get with it and figure out why. What am I doing wrong? How could I change myself? Let's talk about another crazy idea and brand, right? Vitality Air. Vitality Air answered a problem. What is your brand? What is the problem that you are solving for the world? Oh, I got cute clothes in my boutique. That's not the problem. Or that's not solving a problem. The problem is, oh, in the Buckhead area, there are not a lot of boutiques or streetwear boutiques, or there are not a lot of boutiques that cater to this customer. And this customer in my area has been looking for my type of problem. That is solving a problem. So Vitality Air, they solved a problem, right? And they used a really big feature, which was supply and demand. So this company made $230,000 a year selling Canadian Air. Vitality Air sells for $20 a can. They was able to sell as many as 40,000 units around the world in 2016. Moses Lom and Troy Paquette tested out the market in 2014, putting Ziploc bags of Canadian Air on sale on eBay. The first bag sold for 99 cents. However, but the second bag sold for $168. Listen, you don't need the top product. You don't need a product that everyone is trying to sell. You just need something in a good marketplace to do it. They understood the smog and the quality air control in this area, so they sold it to people in other areas. Oh, you're in China, you're facing smog, and you've never had great air quality? Buy this Canadian Air in the bag. And if you spray it in your room, or if you spray it outside of your patio, your allergies will go away, or this will go away. Oh, you'll be able to breathe better. They sold it to a good market. We're all thinking, what? That's crazy. But think about the people in China that are facing small. That's the problem. I'm going to sell Canadian Air, which is clean, which is good. That's the solution. And they demand supply. Demand supply. What is the demand and what are you supplying? What is the demand and what are you supplying? All you need to do is have a good marketplace to do that. I'm literally showing you companies that have sold the most crazy, outrageous things and made thousands and thousands of dollars off doing it because they had a good marketplace. They knew what they were doing. They had a good marketplace to do it, and they knew how to market. You guys, everything is about marketing. Everything. I don't care what you sell. I just told you somebody sold rocks. Rocks. Somebody sold rocks to people. Like somebody right now is selling air to people. Somebody right now is selling water that's probably already been packaged. Like how many different water companies are going to come out with water? Like, do we not have enough water? But this one says, oh, H2O. This one says Fiji. Or this one says alkaline. Or this one says this. Or this one says it cures this. Or this one says it cures that. As long as you have a good marketplace, you can sell it to whomever if you market it right. Guys, when you look at Cupcake Mafia, I went from $300. I started Cupcake Mafia with $300 to $2.7 million after a few years. And what did I focus on? I focused on what they could see. I focused on what my audience could hear. What is my brand voice? When they wear this shirt, what are they hearing? Are they hearing I'm a bad bitch? Are they hearing I'm inspired? Are they hearing I'm gonna go get it? Are they hearing I'm focused on a check? Are they hearing always number one, never number two? Are they hearing if you ain't breaking bread, leave them on red? What is your audience hearing from your brand? What is the smell? All of these things bring an emotion to the customer. If you kill all of these things with your marketing, then it's not even a question on whether they got to purchase it or not. You don't never have to have a sale. A sale is only bonus. A sale is only additional if you provide these things. What they see is the design beautiful, is the marketing beautiful, is the photo shoot great, is the aesthetic of the brand matching, is all the colors blended together, does your logo pop, does it look original, does it look creative, what they see, what they hear. I already discussed what they hear, what they smell. Oh, is there a fragrance? Is there a certain smell to the brand? When I walk into the store, does it smell like cupcake? If I open my packaging, does it smell like cupcake? The taste, and the feel, all of those things create an emotion for someone to buy. The next thing I did was I diversified the brand. You can get t-shirts anywhere, but you can't get Cupcake Mafia anywhere. So once people understood that, and once people knew that, oh, I can't get Cupcake Mafia anywhere. Oh, when I go to an event and I'm wearing Cupcake Mafia, people are going to be like, oh, where'd you get that shirt from? Or, oh, wow, that's an amazing shirt. Or, oh, this, or, oh, that. It's going to make people feel good. And also I took urban for a streetwear and made it luxury. I created collaborations with Monster headphones, and I created collaborations with Jeffrey Campbell and different luxury brands to where it took my brand up a notch. So where when I started, I was selling $22 t-shirts. Now I could sell a $50 t-shirt. Now I could sell a $100 jacket. Now I could sell a $200 book bag with the collaboration that we did with Sprayground 2 years in a row that sold out over and over again. I still get emails to this day. Guys, it's all about branding. This has been your 15-minute branding crash course. Tune into Girl Mob. Check out the interview I just did with Alex. And I can't wait to talk to you guys in the Girl Mob group me about this class right here. Tell me if it helped you. Bye. So guys,